Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So another gun build with level 10 cores. This time we have the Secret Garden. Now the Secret Garden is my favorite mobbing gun both for Freyna and for Ines. That has been my main gun ever since Freyna got the buff back in September. So this is the main build. I don't want to spend too much time because we have covered this multiple times. The Secret Garden is a very good gun for high crit damage. Base default crit rate on this gun is 50%. And so we work with that, increase the crit damage, add some ammo and things like that. Since I'm using this with Freyna, I'm putting toxic enhancement. If you're going with Ines, you can add electric over here. I have kept this slot flexible with all the different catalysts so that we can use whichever descendant we want. And so this is the result here. Action and reaction, rifling reinforcement, better concentration, better insight, concentration priority, fire rate, concentrate support ammo, one for reload, recycling genius, expand ammo, and one element mod. So we are getting about 2.2 million DPS. Now, moving on to the weapon options, we have firearm attack, firearm critical hit rate, I have critical hit damage, and I have hip fire accuracy. You are flexible with this hip fire accuracy. You can go with something else if you want. The way I play this is I try to mostly use the skills of Ines and Freyna when I'm running 400% dungeons or special operations or whatever. And occasionally I may need to shoot at the elites or something. So that is the only use case. That's why I have hip fire. You can go with something else. You can go with rounds per magazine. You'll get 5 extra bullets if you get the gold roll. But yeah, you can pick whichever you want. Now on to the juicy stuff, which is the cores. Now, like I said, this gun is used with Descendants for its unique ability. So if we just have a quick look at the unique ability once again. So when using a tech skill, it grants the unique ability Pest Control. So Pest Control increases the firearm attack and the skill power. You get 3 stacks. So both Ines and Freyna use tech skills. So if you see Freyna's first is tech, Freyna's third is tech, Freyna's fourth is tech. We normally spam with 1 and 3 for Freyna and occasionally the fourth when it comes to the elite bosses or something. So we are mostly using the tech skills which will trigger the pest control, the unique ability of the gun. So that is one of the main reasons we use the gun. Now because this gun is very powerful to begin with, the developers haven't given us too much flexibility with the cores. We have one free core slot. So I just added firearm attack 10 core just to increase the base firearm attack of the gun. And in the red one, which is either weak point, crit hit rate, or crit hit damage, I went with more crit damage because we want to do more damage. The gun already has a very high crit rate. So you can see here I am about 75% crit rate already with this gun. And when you are using the gun, you'll notice you'll mostly get orange numbers. Like I said, we are not using the gun primarily for shooting, but we are using this, with the skills of the Descendant. So this gives us more skill power. And if you do use the gun, you also get more power on the gun. Now, the two yellow cores, we have a sprint speed. Let's actually go to Descendant. So if we see the yellow ones, the precision augments, you have a lot of options here. I went with 2 speed augments. So I'm getting 12 here, 17 here, not the highest. These go up to 20. So if I get 20, that'll be a 40% increase. This helps Freyna greatly because Freyna, unless you switch over to her mod where her third ability becomes a speed, 30% speed boost, you can actually just put this, because this is the gun she's holding, you can get up to 40% speed increase with this one. Now, if you do get, if you use, let's say, the mid-air maneuvering or something, you can go with 1 speed and 1 grappling hook. So that way you'll have your grapple ready. So you can use a combination of that. This final one, this is a bit of a waste. I have something here, but you don't need to unless you have the roll on the gun. Instead of hip fire, let's say if you did go with Legion of Darkness or Legion of Immortality or Order of Truth or whatever, only then this purple slot works, this purple core. Otherwise, this is a wasted one. So here, just to be, comfortable and build the gun a bit better, I went with firearm attack and crit damage. So just to give more power to the gun when you are using it. Here you have a lot of options. You can, even if you want, you can use a recoil or something like that. So what I did was I went with 2 speeds. Like I said, 1 speed, 1 grapple would be nice. but 2 speeds gives you a lot of improvement with the speed of the Descendant. So even when you're just running around normal dungeons, you are actually keeping up with the other Descendants. Now base sprint speed is 800. Over here we are up to 1032. Remember, full speed bunny is 1300, Ines is 1300. So this is already pretty good just for running around. At the start, when Ines doesn't have her fort, you'll still get a lot of speed with this. And then when so you'll just be moving faster and just feels much better, especially for Freyna, because before this core, Freyna was struggling in some areas, especially longer dungeons where your other teammates were running past and you had to use the grapple and stuff. But now with this, you can even make someone like Freyna pretty quick when running and keeping up. Anyway, the final numbers with the gun here. We have 30,000 firearm attack, about 9,000 toxic attack. Again, this doesn't seem that high, but remember this gun has very high crit damage of almost 6.8, and a critical hit rate of 75. So you will be doing a lot of damage. Now again, this gun did not get a fixed element here, again because this gun was very powerful. So I have a general all-round build here. I'm not trying to like max out the damage from the gun. Like I said many times, we are mostly using it to boost the skill of your Descendant, and we also get a skill boost to the gun as well. So over here, our firearm attack goes up 3 stacks. I think it's about 30% or something like that. So anyway, so yeah, I rarely shoot the gun if I'm being honest here, and I have this flexible slot to put in whichever element the enemies are weak to. So at the moment, currently 400% dungeons, stage 21 of void erosion. Those are the things that I'm running most with this gun, especially with Ines. 400% dungeons you can do. You can do void erosions early on. So, okay, 25 onwards, I'm mostly using Haley. But even if you wanted to do solo 26 with Ines, you could use the power of the gun to help you out a little bit. But yeah, that is basically the setup. Straightforward build here, good gun, and yeah, excellent. Again, you have some options. You can try and put 2 crit damages if you want, 2 firearm attacks if you want, maybe get a firearm crit rate and just get 100% crit rate all the time instead of crit damage. If you put crit rate, you'll probably end up getting 100% of that. So yeah, it's up to you. This gun is a little more flexible because again, we are not that worried about shooting with the gun. We are still getting decent ammo here, 90% here, even though we don't have an ammo core here because we have the normal ammo, 2 ammo mods here. So yeah, this is just an all-round build that I've been comfortable with this gun, mostly to improve the speed of Freyna and also for Ines when her fourth is not available. But yeah, that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. See you next time.